Hey, what's going on, guys? Saiyan here, back with another Super Dragon Ball Heroes video. And of course, this is another spoiler one. It's that time of the month where we're getting our episode and we're getting our manga chapter, and I'll be doing the manga chapter thing pretty soon. I usually cover every single spoiler the day before the chapter comes out. But with Super Dragon Ball Heroes, we have some freaking crazy spoilers. We usually get this opening from it, and this opening was probably the best we've gotten so far. So without further ado, before we begin, make sure to subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind. Hit the bell to get notified when I upload any videos, what ifs, heroes content, manga content, or any other thing I post on the channel. Yeah, with that, let's begin. So it starts out with Broly crashing through this wall inside this, time place, I'm guessing it is, because even Towa's there at some point, and Broly rushes in out of nowhere. Don't know how he got there, but inside there are two Vegitos. So Vegito 1 is blue, and Vegito 2 is a limit breaker. I was really hoping we would get to see like a Gogeta limit breaker in this, but it's very likely that the time limit for either Vegitos isn't up yet from the last episode, but the scenery is completely different. Something changed from the opening to the episode, but don't know why this opening is showing like a completely different background. They're like in a totally different place in some time rift or some sort, but clearly they're looking up at Broly, who just broke through that window, and then Broly realizes he's outgunned, outclassed. He starts to power up, and like Broly, green aura starts to burst around him, but suddenly it changes to a red aura, and he starts to transform into a limit breaker. Now, we haven't gotten an explanation to why Broly has this. Like we know, Broly shouldn't have this right now. He really shouldn't have this right now unless there's an actual explanation to this. But we know Goku and Vegeta got it from a ritual that was done on them, like the God ritual while they were in Super Saiyan 4. So unless Broly had a ritual done on him, which is like impossible, then he should not have this. And that gives us the impression that it was probably Few who had something to do with this, or maybe Paragus is still alive in this and he had something to do with it. Regardless, both Vegitos rush in to attack this Broly, and Limit Breaker Vegito gets a clean hit right in his face, and Broly, being Broly, completely disregards this, and this is the part where I am not okay with this episode. I know Heroes isn't really like great with power scaling and everything, it's kind of disregarded, but like, come on, man. Usually with Broly, Limit Breaker, or whatever transformation, if he's in Super Saiyan and Goku is in Super Saiyan, Goku powers up into Super Saiyan 2, he's able to overpower him. While Broly's in Limit Breaker, and there's a Vegito in Limit Breaker, there should clearly be an upper hand to the Fusion. Fusion makes your power way stronger than just any random transformation. But regardless, Broly takes this like a champ, and then he starts to fight both of them, and Vegito, while he's still punching, Blue Vegito rushes in, going for a kick. Clearly these two are going to be in perfect synergy because they know what they're thinking, they both have the same minds, they're doing everything they can in perfect synergy. They're attacking Limit Breaker Broly, and they both go in for these blasts and attacks, and they make a smoke screen around Broly, but then suddenly light starts to shine from above, and who else could it be but Few? Now, Few is my main prediction of what's happening with Broly and what's happening with all of this, but the universal tree, is shining at this point, and as we saw in the last part, it completely blew up. Like, Vegito destroyed it. So, if it's destroyed, how is it back? I'm guessing it has something to do with Few's new power. As you know, in the last part, Towa and Mira did something, and they turned Few into, like, the new Demon King. As we know, Mechi Kabura was extremely powerful, but he wasn't that strong, because Vegito and God Trunks were able to take him out. But Few here, he looks completely different as well. Like in the last part since his transformation, he still looks a bit older for some reason. Like you can see his face, maybe time has passed and they're doing like the fusion thing again. But another thing that happened here is Few basically shining down with the universe tree. But this is like a completely different scenery. Like you can see the place that both Vegito and Broly are in, and then suddenly from above there's like a hole or like a time rift or something, and it's a completely different scenery where Few is with the universe tree. So maybe they're like in some middle time space where they're seeing like a bunch of other things. As you can see, the tree is right outside of the like this globe kind of thing surrounding them, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. it could totally just be like right outside their place and Fuse just teleported everything in. But Broly is the main feature, of course. Of course, being the two Vegetos with him as well, fighting. That fight is going to be pretty awesome. I'm guessing it's only going to be a few minutes long, and it probably ends like about here when they blast him and then Fuse shows up out of nowhere. Because clearly the two get distracted and they're going to fight Fuse now. And I'm actually wondering if Fuse could actually take both Vegetos on. If Broly was able to, like, so easily, he practically did nothing, punched him maybe once or twice, he was able to take on both Vegetos, and if that's the case with Broly, and Fuse is much stronger than him, or actually gave him that power, he should be stronger than both Vegetos as well. But yeah, one thing I still am pretty mad about, like I've mentioned previously, is Broly being able to take on both Vegetos so easily, and that is just kind of stupid, because even though Broly's mad powerful, in Limit Breaker, there are two God plus level fusions attacking him at the same time. He should not be able to fight this. But clearly, he has done it so far. And yeah, that's what we're going to be seeing in the next part. If there are any more spoilers, I'll make sure to cover them. But that's all we have for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications to get notified when I upload. Comment down below what you think with Limit Breaker Broly and these two fusions, Vegetos, fighting him. What do you think is going to happen? But with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.